Hello everyone and welcome to another weekend vlog. It's a gorgeous sunny afternoon in Yorkshire today, which I'm very excited about because we've had some really wet, misty, rather dreary autumn weather lately, and I've just been at my desk a lot working away. It was a very busy working weekend last weekend, so today, this afternoon, I want to take advantage of the sunshine and go out for a walk at one of our favourite places. It's a local arboretum and I haven't been there yet this autumn and I'm really looking forward to going. So I want to do that this afternoon, but first I want to tell you about what I'm wearing today because this video is very kindly being sponsored by Simple Retro. Simple Retro is a female-founded fashion company that specialises in creating affordable fashion inspired by retro designs, and they let me pick out 3 pieces I'm going to show you today. I'm feeling exactly like Anne of Green Gables today, which is maybe also why I want to go and sort of walk in amongst the trees and feel even more like Anne of Green Gables, because this outfit just makes me feel so much like her. I chose this beautiful blouse. One thing I really love about Simple Retro are their classic white blouses, but they always have really lovely feminine touches to them. So this blouse is one I picked out. It's got a lovely frill around the collar and the sort of slightly puffed nature of the sleeves and then how they taper in at the cuffs. It gives it that slightly Edwardian look, which I think is so Anne of Green Gables. And then I chose this lovely pinafore dress in this gorgeous plaid pattern. It's so soft, this material, but it's also fully lined, which I really like. There's a little detailing at the sides where you can see there's like a little sort of fake belt type fastening there that just gives it that little bit more style. I'll step back so you can see the full effect. So you can see it's quite a long dress, which I like. I've just got my little ballet pumps on with it. But yes, I just think that it's really gorgeous. I love the material. Like I said, it's very soft. I like the sort of plaid and the colour, the sort of rich autumnal chocolate brown with a bit of light blue going through it. I really love that palette for autumn. So really love this outfit, but let me show you the other thing I picked out. So here you can see just the blouse. I've got some jeans on with it. Really lovely, useful white cotton blouse, which is so handy through any season, quite frankly. And the other thing I picked out was this wool Fair Isle tank, and I'll put it on top of the blouse to show you how I'd style it with this. Okay, so here it is with the wool vest on top. I really love this pairing. Again, it's very classic, slightly retro, which is definitely my kind of taste. I adore Fair Isle, so that's what really drew me to this vest. I think it's just such a pretty pattern. And again, it's that chocolate brown and pale blue colour combination that I love, especially for autumn and going into winter. I think that's just so nice. Got my jeans on, so it's quite a casual look, but this vest adds some warmth, which is really nice. I love that it is 100% wool, and it just goes so nicely with the blouse too. But anyway, I'm going to change back into my Anne of Green Gables, or maybe Anne of the Island inspired outfit, as I feel that sort of pinafore dress is perfect for when Anne goes off to college and then to teaching. So I'm going to change back into that and go for our walk. Just before I leave though, I need to say some important things. One of which is I do have a discount code for Simple Retro, and my discount code is Miranda 10. That's Miranda with a capital M and then 10, Miranda 10, and that gets you 10% off everything on their website. I'll put the links to the 3 pieces that I chose from Simple Retro in the video description box just down below. So make sure you check out all the information in the video description box. So Mum and I had a lovely walk, didn't we?
It was really lovely, a lovely fresh wind, but not too much.
Yes.
And just beautiful colours.
Oh,
everywhere.
the colours were lovely.
Yeah,
so beautiful to see those changing autumnal colours now. Really, really stunning. And yeah, nice to just have a bit of a walk, get some fresh air.
Yeah.
And we're going to go on to Bedow now because we had an exciting text, well, exciting for me.
I can't wait.
Yeah, for my sort of main birthday present, Mum had me pick out a ring, and
I found you a little one too.
Yes.
So yeah.
They had to be resized though. So we've just had a text saying that they're ready to collect. So hopefully we've not run out of time. We're going to try and go over and pick them up, and I'm so excited. I can't wait.
No, me too.
We just came home and it was raining on the way back, but it suddenly stopped raining, and look at that gorgeous double rainbow in the sky. Such a happy sight. So we're back home.
Yeah.
And one of the rings was ready. So I was able to get that. The other one still needed some adjustment to the size, but I'm so thrilled with it. I love it. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So that was exciting.
Yeah.
Anyway, and we've actually got our poetry group tonight. So we go along to a monthly poetry group.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of fun.
It is.
And we've actually been choosing our poems because each month there's a different theme, and this month it was just autumn.
Yeah, nice and easy one.
Yeah, an easy one, but a very broad one too.
Yes.
I have chosen one from my book, the Country Commonplace book, and I've got a couple too as backups in case someone else goes for this one. But I've chosen Digging by Edward Thomas, which is one of my very favourite
it's a beautiful
autumn poems. And I thought I'd actually share it with all of you because it's quite a short poem, but it's just so beautiful. Digging. Today I think only with sense dead leaves yield, and bracken and wild carrot seed, and the square mustard field. Odours that rise when the spade wounds the root of tree, rose, currant, raspberry, or goutweed, rhubarb or celery. The smoke smell too, flowing from where a bonfire burns, the dead, the waste, the dangerous, and all to sweetness turns. It is enough to smell, to crumble the dark earth, while the robin sings over again sad songs of autumn mirth.
Oh, I love that poem.
I love that poem too. It always sends a little sort of chill down my spine, that one.
I just adore
tingle.
it. And this morning, the robin was back walking down the path again. We know it's that time of year when the robin appears along our path in the mornings.
But it's true, I think there's sense of autumn. He just evokes so well. And
it's funny because when we were walking out today, you could smell, and we commented on the sort of smell of the mould of the leaves, you know, as they've been lying there and the rain on them and everything. Yeah. And then pine as we went into a bit where there was some pine trees. And it was lovely.
Exactly. Yeah, it was a lovely walk. And what was the poem? Well, one of the ones,
yes. I've got backup too in case somebody else has chosen. So, but I've chosen a Mary Oliver, which you know and I know you love.
Mary Oliver.
Yeah. This one's called Song for Autumn. Don't you imagine the leaves dream now how comfortable it will be to touch the earth instead of the nothingness of the air and the endless freshets of wind? And don't you think the trees, especially those with mossy hollows, are beginning to look for the birds that will come, 6, a dozen, to sleep inside their bodies? And don't you hear the goldenrod whispering goodbye, the everlasting being crowned with the first tuffets of snow? The pond stiffens, and the white field over which the fox runs so quickly brings out its long blue shadows. The wind wags its many tails, and in the evening the piled firewood shifts a little, longing to be on its way.
That's such a beautiful
It
poem.
is, and it reminds me of our time in New York, on the East Coast, and the sort of the way that you can get the first snows this time of year, and everything.
Yeah.
I just love it. I love the line about the firewood shifting and longing to be on its way. I think that's really lovely.
Yeah, that is such a lovely one.
Yeah.
Yes, so, it's good. We've got our poems chosen.
Yes.
For this evening. Looking forward to going along. But now I think we're going to have a cup of tea.
We are.
And we'll have an early supper, I think. And then enjoy our poetry evening. But I'll catch up with you again tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. So I think where I left off last on the vlog was that Mum and I were just about to go to our poetry evening, which was so much fun. We really enjoyed it. It's just a really nice thing to do. It's something we do with just like friends and neighbours from a local village, and it's always lovely to get together and to exchange favourite poems on a theme. So really enjoyed that. And today we've got quite a full day planned. There are meant to be planned power cuts happening today, so we thought it's a good day to actually just go out, because obviously it's so hard to work if you don't have internet and things like that. So we have a day out planned today, and we're going to go into York. Haven't been to York for ages actually, so looking forward to it. There's a newish bookshop in York called Criminally Good Books, and I haven't been there yet, and I've been wanting to go for ages. They stock a lot of mysteries and that type of thing, and with Halloween coming, I thought it'd be really fun to visit this bookshop, and there are at least a couple books that I want to get that are new out that I'm really hoping they'll have. So I'm looking forward to doing a bit of book shopping, but we're going to head off pretty bright and early this morning, so I think we'll probably have lunch in York as well. And I want to do maybe a bit of shopping too, for like some makeup and things like that. As you can see today, I'm wearing my other simple retro outfit. So I've got on the Fair Isle vest and the white blouse, which is lovely. Just got some jeans on with it, and I'll probably just wear my Barber jacket over this. So it's actually a nice sunny day, which is wonderful. So I'm looking forward to heading out. The post just came, so I'm going to see what arrived. I think it's something from the British Library. So let's have a look. Always exciting to get something from the British Library. Oh, good. Oh, it's a new Christianna brand. Gosh, perfect timing as I'm going to a bookshop all about mystery books. You know I love Christianna brand, so I'm so excited to get a new one from British Library Crime Classics. Death in High Heels. Says, life for the staff of the West End boutique Christophe Vaissy is hard enough with all the pressures of delivering the ambitious Mr. Bevan's vision. And then comes murder, a poisoning via the toxic crystals of hat cleaner, pitching haute couture into heinous crime. Faced with a fashionable collection of overwrought designers, buttoned-up models, downtrodden salesgirls, and tyrannical middle managers, the dashing Inspector Charlesworth of Scotland Yard must disentangle workplace grudges from deadly motives before the killer can make a trend of murder. First published in 1941, Brand's debut mystery is brimming with the caustic wit, ingenious misdirection, and ruthless twists that would later earn her a place among the queens of classic crime fiction. I'm excited about this, and I'm excited that this sounds like more of a classic Christianna brand. I read Cat and Mouse by her, which the British Library brought out over the summer. I was a bit disappointed by that one. It was quite a strange novel, a sort of take on the Gothic novel. She said it was partly inspired by Northanger Abbey, but in a way of like, it was meant to be a bit like one of the novels that Jane Austen is satirising in Northanger Abbey. So it was just very dramatic, very Gothic, and really quite silly, and not really her typical type of book. So I'm excited to read one that is more of her typical type of book again. So Death in High Heels sounds like it will be lots of fun. Also, I'm taking this as a very good sign for the day, that a mystery book has arrived this morning when I want to go to a mystery bookshop. And then talking of books, since my last vlog, I finished The Day of Small Things, finished my reread of this by O. Douglas, and then I started another O. Douglas because she's just, for me, such a lovely autumnal, cosy sort of writer. Penny Plain by O. Douglas. This is the first in the Priorsford trilogy, so if you're new to O. Douglas, this would be a good one to start with. And if you like D.E. Stevenson and those sorts of light romances from the interwar years, then I think you might enjoy O. Douglas. They are obviously of their time, especially in their portrayal of different class systems and structures, but I find it fascinating how she brings to life Scotland of that time, the sort of 1920s and 30s, and I do find them really cozy sorts of reads. And if you like D.E. Stevenson but haven't read O. Douglas, then I would give them a try. But yeah, I'm just going to finish this cup of tea quickly, see if Mum's ready, and then we can head off to York. again, everyone. So it's the next day. I'm back to rather gloomy grey skies in Yorkshire today, but I don't mind because I've got some fabulous new books that is perfect for spooky season. So I can't wait to curl up with them over this weekend. I'm really, really excited about them. We had so much fun in York yesterday. Criminally good books really lived up to expectations. I did go in with a little list of books that I knew that I wanted and that I hoped they would have, and they did have them. So that was lovely, and it was just such a fun shop, really great to browse. Mum and I really, really liked it. So that was a lot of fun. And we had a fabulous lunch out as well. Some lovely ladies actually that we met on the train to London back in September told us about a restaurant called Rustique in York and said that we should try it. So we did, and it was really great, very French bistro style, which, you know, we love French food. So that was fabulous. We went for the 2-course set menu, and we had steak, frite, and sort of chocolate pudding for dessert, and it was really delicious, and just a nice little restaurant to know about if you're in York. So that was a great recommendation, and yeah, we really enjoyed it. I'll tell you about the books that we got in Criminally Good Books. So Mum actually spotted this one on our way out of the shop and had to go back and get it. Such a sweet little volume. I love the cover. It's called A Case of the Claws, Classic Tales of Feline Crime. Definitely more of a wintry, festive read, this one. I think I'll be saving this for December, but I wanted to show you because it was one of the ones that we bought. And it just looks like a really sweet little short story anthology, especially if you love cats. But they just have great stories by writers I like L.S. Peters, Patricia Highsmith, Edmund Crispin. So I just think that will be a really fun read. One cold, cozy evening in December. It'll be great to curl up with this. It'll make a great stocking stuffer actually to this book. Really nice. And then one of the books that I had on my list that I really wanted to get, and happily they had it, was By Horror Haunted by Celia Fremlin. Faber have just brought out this anthology of short stories by Celia Fremlin, and I've been really excited to get this. As you'll probably know, I'm a big Celia Fremlin fan. I've read quite a few of her novels, enjoyed all of them. I think she really is the queen of domestic noir, and I think she was a brilliant writer. I've read a few of her short stories, I think from the British Library Crime Classics short story anthologies. I've read sort of 1 or 2 in there and enjoyed them, but I'm excited to get this anthology of her short stories, and they all sound quite spooky. So I'm really looking forward to this. This is one I want to get to very, very soon. Be great reading in the run up to Halloween. So I can't wait to curl up with this one. And then another book I just picked up by chance, actually, from their sort of Christmas table. So this is another sort of festive one, but that's Murder in the Falling Snow. As you can tell, I do like a bit of Christmas crime in December, and I have actually a few of these anthologies. I think I have at least 2 or 3 others in this sort of series, but I didn't have this one. They feature short stories by a lot of the Golden Age classic crime writers, like Dorothy L. Sayers is in this one, G.K. Chesterton, and then there's also people like Gladys Mitchell and Arthur Conan Doyle. So I know that I'm going to enjoy this. So this is another book I'm excited to get to in December. But then there were 2 others on my list that I wanted from the bookshop, and happily they had them. So one that I wanted to get was Laura Purcell's latest novel, which is House of Splinters. this one sounds really good, and I think it's a kind of return to the world of The Silent Companions, which was Laura Purcell's first novel. Really good. If you haven't read any of her books, and that's a great one to start with, and it is very spooky. Be a good read for Halloween week for sure. I don't like books that are too scary, but I can handle Laura Purcell. They are quite spooky, but I could sort of just about handle her stories, and I think she's a really great writer. So I'm excited about this one, and I am excited that it's a bit of a return to that world of the Silent Companions. So I can't wait to dive into this one. Sounds really good. Yes, I'm excited about that. And then this was the last one that was on my list, which is another short story anthology, actually. The Witching Hour, Ghostly Tales for the Darkest Nights. I really love short story anthologies at this time of year. I think it's so fun to pick up a ghost story anthology or just slightly spooky anthology, and I love doing that in October and November, and really I carry that into December as well, because I love festive short stories to read during December too. But it's just a time of year when you want to reach for something at night time and maybe read a short story each evening or every other evening. So this is just a big part of autumn reading for me, is short story anthologies, and I do get excited by good new ones. And this one is the latest in a kind of series, because there have been similar books called The Haunting Season and The Winter Spirits. And what these short story anthologies are is they're a collection of contemporary authors who are very much inspired by the classic ghost story, generally of the Victorian and Edwardian era, for instance. So they're contemporary writers, but they're inspired by historical fiction. And these are writers who are very well known for their historical fiction and who often have a bit of a Gothic edge to their writing. So writers like Stacey Halls and Bridget Collins, for instance, are featured in here. So I've enjoyed the previous two other anthologies sort of done in this series, and I've been excited to get this latest one. I think that is such a gorgeous cover as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to diving into this one as well. But yes, those are the books that we picked up from Criminally Good Books. Still love that name for a bookshop. I think that's fabulous. And if you are in York, definitely worth trotting along and having a look for yourself, especially if you're a fan of mystery books, because there really was a great selection. Really nice editions of Agatha Christie actually in there. Really nice selection of her sort of hardbacks that HarperCollins are doing. But for a small bookshop, it really just packed a lot in, and there was a lot to choose from, and we really enjoyed browsing. So yeah, wonderful day in York, and I hope you enjoyed coming along with us. But thank you so much as always for watching this vlog. I hope you're having a really lovely October. Can't believe we're almost into November, but I hope you have an enjoyable week and Halloween ahead. I'll be seeing you actually this Thursday for the Comfort Book Club discussion video of Sleeping Murder by Agatha Christie, getting us into that sort of spooky frame of mind right before Halloween. Looking forward to that discussion video, so remember to tune in on Thursday for that. But I'll see you for another vlog soon as well. Goodbye.